Welcome back to Suns Valley Podcast, everybody. The Suns are doing great. 10 games over 500, but it is trade season. Only a day or so away from the trade deadline, and some other teams have made some moves. James Harden's now a Cleveland Cavalier. You've got JJJ joining Lauri Markkanen, which is going to be an incredible front court for the Utah Jazz. But as far as the Phoenix Suns go, there is one position we've been looking to fill, and it seems that the Suns front office is too, not just the fans. Sundo, let's start with Sundo Yabusele. Apparently, the Phoenix Suns have already received an offer from the Knicks. This is pretty much everywhere. This is known now. And the Suns turned it down. Sundo. They want a second round pick. So here, I think you can see this is probably what they would need to do to get this done. Is this good enough for you, or are you even upset that they're not just accepting Gershon straight up?
At first, I thought the Suns were being a little ridiculous and asking for too much. But when you look at Yabusele's contract, Yabusele has a player option going into next year. So it's not even guaranteed that he stays with the Suns or wants to resign with the Suns if they make this trade happen. On the flip side, Nick Richards is going to be a free agent. So I understand why the Suns would say, hey, if we're going to do this swap, like, we want some compensation just in case Yabusele decides he wants to walk. He's got the player option. So I could see why they're asking for the second. I mean, for me, either way, I'd still do it straight up. Like, you don't plan on signing Nick Richards anyway, and you're going to get a power forward for your team, one who can shoot, a Yabusele who I think has enough size for you and what you're looking for. And on top of that, you're still looking for Rasheer Fleming to develop, and you can play him next year. So even if Yabusele walks, you still have a backup plan in Rasheer Fleming. I'd still do the deal, but I mean, I understand why the Suns would ask for a second.
I think I'm going to surprise you, man. I'm starting to be out on Yabusele. I talked to Romp last night, friend of the show, about Yabusele, and of course, he was with the Sixers. I said, hey, man, could you tell me in Sundo what's going on with him? Why is he not playing for the Knicks, and why are the Knicks considering giving him to us for Nick Richards? And he told me Yabusele is actually a center trapped in a power forward's body. Reminds me of Oso. We've already got one of those. Gershon is also not shooting well for the Knicks, and he's just getting buried in the depth chart. He's got Cat in front of him. They've got Mitchell Robinson, and he is a center. He's not a power forward. He hasn't been playing well with them. So at 6'8", playing center, I'm not sure that Gershon's the guy I want anymore, especially considering he's not shooting that well anymore. He's not shooting hot like he was for the Sixers. It kind of scares me. Next, we've got a trade that is very popular in our Suns Valley community. A lot of people asking for Saddiq Bey. Muscly, 6'7" shooter. Technically, you can play him at power forward. To me, this keeps us still in the situation of playing small forwards at the power forward position. Although I can be sold on it, this sends away Nick Richards, and we have to send away a 2 because, as Sundo pointed out, why are they going to give away a guy who's averaging 16 points a game?
Yeah, I mean, that's really it, right? Like, why would they get rid of somebody that is productive for somebody that the Suns don't even play? Like, why would you make that deal? And bro, to be honest, like, I don't even think a second would do for them. Like, I know, you said they're not playing well, but like, at the end of the day, they still have leverage here. They have 2 more years left on this contract, so they don't have to move him this year. He's under contract until next year, so they don't even have to really move him if they even want to until next year. So they have all the leverage here. They can literally tell the Suns first, whatever, make it happen. Me personally, I don't want to get rid of a first. You know what I mean? I really do not want to get rid of a first in this case for Saddiq Bey. Now, maybe the Suns do. Maybe they see that production. They say, hey, this is a fit. We'll make it work. We can definitely extend him later because his salary for real, like later down the road, isn't even going to be. I think it just doubles. That's what the market's calling for anyway, as a doubling. So 12 is really affordable if you think about it. But still, like, let me ask you, would you want to give up the first for Saddiq Bey?
No, but I also don't think it would cost a first. Cavs just had to give up a second to get James Harden. And so not really sure how that affects it. It just doesn't feel right that you would give up a first to get Saddiq Bey. But I could be wrong.
I hear you on that, but I'm just saying, like, I think what this is a leverage play for the Pelicans, right? Like, they're like, we don't have to move this guy. You want him that bad. We can really just charge you with a make me move price like they do on Zillow. Like, hey, this is what I want. This is what I want to get for this piece. Take it or leave it. And so I could see that happening. But yeah, if it was just a second Nick Richards, sure, give me Sadiq Bey. But I just, for a player that with that much production, I don't think they're really going to go for that. And so if it's anything more than what we put on the table here, it's a no for me.
This wasn't happening for me, dog. I mean, it's gotta be no, dog.
We have two more trades after this one I want to mention, Gabe. I wanted to save the best ones for last, but we have to talk about Miles Bridges. His name has consistently been in trade talks and trade rumors with the Suns. He's a Michigan State guy. The connection with Ishbia there. Here's the only issue with Miles Bridges is it's going to require us trading a staple of this team currently right now. It's going to require a Dylan Brooks straight up and maybe Nick Richards. It's going to require Royce O'Neal and Grey Goose, like a combination of that. Here's the deal. I don't want to get rid of Brooks or Goose. Royce, I'm just indifferent on. Like, if he stays, cool. If he goes, like, I think he's a good trade piece. So, like, any deal, including Royce and something else I would do, but it literally doesn't work that way. Like, the only way to get the salaries to match would be Dylan Brooks, Goose, and Royce combined. Dylan Brooks by himself or Goose and Royce combined. I'm not comfortable with either one of those deals.
My answer to this is simple.
No chance, so that's what you got.
I'm just not giving up Grayson Allen for Miles Bridges. No way, no how. Not happening. Next.
All right, then let's move on to this next trade, which I believe is the most realistic of them all. Gambo even said on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, he didn't shut it down, almost confirmed this one, and that's Jeremy Sohan to the Suns. Now, of course, it's going to require Nick Richards again. The salaries are close enough that it'll work. You may have to include a second, or as you like to point out, Gabe, the Spurs like to play hardball, maybe a little more. What do you feel about Jeremy Sohan to the Suns? Because me personally, I think this is the best trade out there. I like the idea of getting a 22, 23-year-old power forward who you can still develop in this system. The Spurs, as you mentioned in live streams, have given up on this dude. I think a new change of scenery would help this guy out. I think his ability to play defense would fit this team. He is a streaky shooter a la Ryan Dunn. But I think there's clay to be molded here with this guy. And so this is my favorite trade. If it requires us to give up a second with Nick Richards, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it today. Do it yesterday. You know what I mean? But again, as you mentioned, you knowing a bit about the Spurs, our friend Spurs fan Gary, that the Spurs like to play a little bit of hardball when it comes to trades. So what do you think?
That's the only reason I added this second rounder in there. I just don't think the Spurs are going to allow for a trade in which they don't feel like they got more. It's just the way they operate. But I do love the trade. It just feels right, man. Something about Jeremy Sohan in Phoenix feels right. It's not perfect, but as far as his shooting goes, it's not all bad. I likened it to the difference between Oso, he'll never be a shooter. Okogie could shoot sometimes. Sometimes Okogie would wow you and win you games. Sohan will have games sometimes where he goes 3 for 4 or 4 for 5 from 3. Oso's never going to have those 4 for 5 3-point games, but Okogie did. So it's more like that, except Jeremy Sohan is one of the best defenders in the league. He guards 1 through 5, and I implore you to close your eyes and imagine he and Dylan Brooks like a pit bull and a Rottweiler that have broken off of their chain and are terrorizing perimeter players. And then you're bringing Ryan Dunn in to spell one of them.
That is exactly what I envision with Jeremy Sohan in this trade, dude, is exactly that, where you have a young guy that you can develop. I believe in Brian Gregory and Jordan Knott's ability to develop young players. We already have evidence from Colin Gillespie. We love to rave about Bouye. Fleming has gotten more playtime as of recently. So like you can see that they are capable of developing young players. Get this guy here.
Down!
Last trade, this one, I'm not going to lie, I am most excited about. Romp put a bug in my ear about this, and I can't stop thinking about it. And that is, Sundo, Xylon Billiamson himself, straight up for Jalen Green. I love Jalen Green. I truly do. It's not a lie. I'd tell you if I didn't, okay? I'm very capable of being a hater. I love the man. It's crazy that he hasn't been healthy for us. It makes no sense. It's like an anomaly, but also perhaps an omen and an opportunity. Some of you will love this deal. Some of you will hate it. But the people that hate it, you're probably also the people that constantly comment that the Suns need a power forward. And I dare you to find me a better power forward out there that the Suns could realistically get than Xylon Billiamson himself.
I don't hate the idea. The way this team is constructed right now, let's just say the way this team has played so far this season, because Jalen Green hasn't been on the floor the majority of the season, you would be looking at Colin Gillespie, Booker, Brooks, Zion, Mark Williams. That doesn't sound half bad to me.
Championship roster.
You're immediately going to take the firepower that Jalen Green would give you, and you're going to replace it with a physical Zion Williamson. Now, you mentioned health. I mean, you're right. This year, health for Jalen Green has been crazy. It makes no sense. There's no way you can say the Rockets sold us damaged goods because he's played 82 games, 2 seasons back to back for them. So it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, just out of nowhere, dude all of a sudden has injury issues with us. So let's just call that a scratch health wise, right? Let's just call that a scratch for both players health wise. Zion's 25, Jalen Green's 23, about to be 24. Gabe, I take this deal. I'm going to be honest with you. I take this deal.
It's risky. We're not saying that it's without risk.
Risky. It's risky, but again, you're talking about a power forward. Zion Williams is he's listed at 280, right? Like, we're talking about someone who's big, physical, rim pressure. You don't lose rim pressure with this deal, right?
One of the best rim pressure players in the league. He is healthy, Sundo. He is slim and lean fit. So everyone in the comments, Zion's fat, he'll get fat. You're not paying attention. You are not looking at his sexy Denzel Washington looking ass face right now.
So let me add this right here. Because me and you are like, yeah, I would take this deal. Now, I don't think it's going to take this straight up. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take some more capital. One of those deals where it's, again, like I mentioned with Sadiq Bey, like, they don't have to move off of them. We are coming to them asking. If there's some sort of tie up here where they're like, hey, we don't want to lose a power forward like this, then what has to happen? Like, what player would we send them? You know what I mean? Like, let me put it this way. If they're like, hey, we don't want to lose this power forward, we want that young buck you got on that team, Rasheer Fleming. You do it.
Damn, that's tough, man.
But if you're telling me, hey, in some world, they want it straight up, they don't mind losing Zion, they're sick of him, they're sick of his health, they're willing to take a risk on Jalen Green, because as you mentioned, they had Jordan Poole, and he's not really working out, and they want to go that route, sure, do the deal. But I just think it would take more.
Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Any of these trades tickle your fancy? Do you have any other ones you think we should consider? We'll see you guys soon for the next live stream. Till then, go Suns.